Explosion has rocked the Rivers State House of Assembly complex. The incident occurred yesterday evening amid alleged moves by some lawmakers to impeach Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Reports have it that some suspected arsonists threw an explosive into the complex around 9:25 p.m., causing a fire in the building. Firefighters arrived at the scene just in time to put out the fire. Meanwhile, the assembly complex is said to have been taken over by security agents from the nearby Rivers State Police Command with over 17 armored vehicles and stern-looking security personnel stationed around it. Still in Rivers State, a fresh crisis has erupted in the Rivers State House of Assembly amid rumors of an impending impeachment procedure against the state governor, Simi Fubara. The House today removed its leader, Edison Ahie, in a move widely seen as a prelude to the governor's impeachment. The development comes just hours after a fire broke out at the assembly complex on Sunday night.
Those that voted in favor of the removal of Edison Ahie as the majority leader of this House, 23, abstention nil, against nil. By that result, Edison Ahie is now removed as the majority leader of the Rivers State House of Assembly in line with our standing orders.
In the meantime, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has accused the police of shooting at him on his way to inspect the State House of Assembly complex that was gutted by fire last night. Fubara named a senior officer in the Rivers State Police Command as leader of the team that was deployed to obstruct his access to the complex. The governor stated this while addressing a crowd of supporters at the government house gate.
We have gone to the assembly to see for ourselves what has happened. On my way there, I was shot at directly by the OC operation, or DC or whatever they call him. Directly, it's not. But it doesn't matter. Somebody will die, one way or the other. Either you die inside your house, or you die on the road by something. But so my journey today is, whatever it is that wants to happen, let it happen. If Siminalayi Fubara is impeached, I am not the first, neither will I be the last. Hold on. I'm saying if it happens. But what is important, any attempt that is not justified will be resisted. Let them come out. And tell Rivers people, that offense that is what I want. Come out and tell the people of Rivers State that offense that Fubara committed that is warranting impeachment. So that my happiness this morning is the people of Rivers State, represented by every one of you here, is with us. I can go home and sleep.
He also dismissed the action of the State Assembly to serve an impeachment notice on him. The governor said he does not care about being impeached, but vowed to resist an unjust process. The federal government has unveiled plans to deliver 1 million compressed natural gas CNG vehicles by 2027. The to promote the use of CNG as an alternative to petrol following the removal of petrol subsidy, which had brought hardship on Nigerians. The plan was disclosed by the Program Director, Presidential CNG Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, at a stakeholders meeting. He said the government intended to establish 1,000 conversion workshops across the country, stressing that the initiative will provide over 50,000 jobs as well as cushion the impact of subsidy removal. Oluwagbemi added that there was ongoing plan to launch 55,000 CNG conversion kits for existing petrol-dependent vehicles within the time frame specified by President Bola Tinubu. The Nigerian Army University, BU NAUB, has conferred first degrees in various disciplines on 417 graduates during its maiden convocation in BU, Borno State. It also awarded Doctor of Letters to who is also former Nigerian ambassador to Benin Republic, Tuku Buratai. According to the university, Buratai played a critical role by establishing NAUB in 2018 while he was Chief of Army Staff. Buratai said the university was established to curb insecurity to life and property in the Northeast through education. He therefore urged the management of the university to include in its curriculum life skills that should be taught to the youths to make them become responsible members of society. The Nigerian Navy has declared war against crude oil theft and insecurity on the Nigerian waterways. The declaration followed a 3-day special amphibious exercise aimed at tackling all forms of maritime crime in the country. Sea exercise organized by the Central and Eastern Naval Commands around the Agbara oil field with 10 Nigerian Navy warships, 2 helicopters, and a detachment of special boat services was concluded at the weekend. The flag officer commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Umar Shugali, and his counterparts at the Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Olushola Oluwagbire, said the exercise will foster synergy between the two commands with a new view of tackling insecurity in the Nigerian maritime domain and the Gulf of Guinea. All students of St. Louis Grammar School will have celebrated the 60th anniversary of its existence. Developmental projects were commissioned to mark the anniversary, while additional ones were inaugurated to promote educational standard of the school. Omoriola Ugbeji reports that the theme for the anniversary is Educate a Girl Child, Educate a Nation. Her report.
St. Louis Grammar School, Owo, was established in 1963 with a pioneer principal, Reverend Sister M. Hughes, in Owo local government area of Ondo State. 60 years after, all students from home and in the diaspora rolled out the drums to celebrate and give back to their alma mater that made them.
A-G-A slogan.
In colorful attires with joy of reunion after so many years, some said it's worth celebration.
My message for the young ones is to be serious with their studies. During our time, it was Reverend Sisters that were here. Although at the same time, I know that capable hands are still here.
We were trained to be with the ladies to behave very well. It's a good thing. When you just stay here and you see it's a real girl, you see that's from others, you will see the difference.
National President of the association, Ebunoluwa Malumi, acknowledged the cooperation of members, saying they are interested in maintaining the standard of the school that brought them this far. According to her, the needs and necessities of the school are their major concern, as well as building next generations.
We are planning to equip the ICT center. We are planning that in 10 years' time, the students that leave the school will be fully loaded with knowledge, both academic and skill, so that when they go out, they will be well educated, but at the same time, they will have skills to fall back to.
Former national presidents hailed the doggedness of Mrs. Malumi towards achieving this much, with a promise to continue working together in sustaining the educational standard.
We were less than 200 when I left here. Now we are in thousands. And see how beautiful they are. The compound has really extended so large. The Reverend Sisters did a lot. The old students have been doing a lot. And the PTA has been doing a lot. I think it's a wonderful business. The Lord is with us here.
I feel so good. I feel so good and grateful to God, because what you see here today is the power of daring to dream and the power of setting a vision and pursuing it with your strength. We, as the Old Girls Association of this school, we set a vision for ourselves to be very, very relevant and helpful to the school.
In the name of the Father, Amen. And of the Son, Amen. And of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
An acquisition center worth 150 million naira was laid by the association, built for inauguration next year, while a staff bus worth 17 million naira was handed over to the school authority, as well as launching of 60th anniversary magazine of the school. Omori Olahunbiji, Osrc News.
The remains of Oinoyi of Ebira land, Ado Ibrahim, have been laid to rest at his hometown, Okene, Kogi State. The corpse of the paramount ruler was committed to Mother Earth according to Islamic rites. Chief Imam of Ebira land, Sheikh Saliu Ebere, who led the burial rites and prayed for the repose of the soul of the late Oinoyi, prayed to God to forgive the royal father his sins. The cleric said since death is inevitable, all humans must be conscious of the fact and live a loving, peaceful, and God-fearing life. Present at the funeral were sons and daughters of Ebira land, the Kogi Governor Yahaya Bello, the Ata of Igala, His Royal Highness Matthew Opalua, and other royal fathers in Kogi. At least 13 people have died and about 50 are injured after two passenger trains collided in India's southern Andhra Pradesh state. A rescue operation was launched and hundreds of emergency workers are at the site to clear the wreckage. Officials said investigation has found that a human error had led to the collision. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his condolences and said he was in touch with the Railways Minister. The families of Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza Strip have been racked with worry for their loved ones since the military stepped up ground assaults inside the Palestinian territory. According to a group lobbying for the families, the hostages being held by Hamas were being subjected to the same heavy bombardment as Palestinian residents. Akintude Akeshemola has more.
A group lobbying for the families of Israeli hostages held by Hamas say the safety of their loved ones needs to be a top priority for the government. The concerns come as the Israeli military expands ground operations in the Gaza Strip. Advada believes her 85-year-old grandmother is in Gaza based on photo and footage purporting to show her capture. The location or date of filming of videos showing hostages being kidnapped could not be independently verified.
My grandmother doesn't have the time to wait. She needs to be back home now. She's ill and she needs medication and she needs medical care.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel's goals in the war were to destroy Hamas's governing and military capabilities as well as return the more than 200 hostages.
As her boyfriend, I truly afraid that these two girls is like in conflict with each other.
Noam Alon's girlfriend, Imba Haiman, is one of the hostages.
I think that first the hostages should be free.
Israel has tightened its blockade and bombarded Gaza since Hamas gunmen stormed across the border into Israel on the 7th of October, killing at least 1,400 people, as well as taking the hostages.
We are not political people or, military people. We are two simple people that try to save our sister.
Lee and Lion Yanai believe their sister Moran was taken hostage at the Nova Music Festival, and they say time is of the essence. Akintunde Akishimola for Osrc News.
Halloween celebrations in South Korea were subdued on the eve of the first anniversary of a harrowing crowd surge that killed about 159 people in a Seoul alleyway. Many restaurants, bars, department stores, and amusement parks avoided Halloween-themed events this year as a sign of respect for the victims. Adirunke Kolawole has more.
A year after 159 Halloween fans were killed in a crowd crush in South Korea, the capital's nightlife district of Itaewon was quiet. Halloween's decorations were replaced with posters and flowers in the alleys that once hosted lively festivities. Last year, crowd surgery was resulting in the tragic alley crash was attributed to sufficient preparation and crowd control with early calls for help going unanswered. Most victims were in their 20s and 30s. Some residents and visitors came to Italy want to pay very respect to the victims.
젊은 친구들이 여기서 좀 안타깝게 목숨 잃은 거에 대해서
I've been emotionally devastated for the past year over the young friends who tragically lost their lives here. I've come here also to show the children the impact of such a tragedy and to mourn those individuals. That's why I'm here.
현실에 있는 모습을 보여주고 사람들도 애도하고 그렇게 하기 위해서 왔습니다.
Gatherings have not been benefiting one over Halloween this year. However, the authorities conducted crowd control drills using an AI-backed network of cameras. Last year, tragedy led to police investigation, revealing negligence and a poor response by authorities. Families of victims call for a specialization of the bill to find out the truth behind the tragedy. But 23 officials were referred for prosecution. No senior government official resigned or were removed over the disaster. Adirunke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Moving to sports, Ethiopia's senior women national football team have arrived in Abuja ahead of their Paris 2024 Olympic qualifier against Nigeria's Super Falcons. The teams played a 1-1 draw in the first leg of their Sababa last week and will meet again tomorrow to decide who play either Cameroon or Uganda in the next round of the series. The 35-person delegation flew into the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport yesterday aboard an Ethiopian Airlines flight. Super Falcons have intensified their preparation for the game ahead of their bid to return to the Olympics after missing the last 3 editions. The Falcons will have their official training session at the MKO Abiola Stadium today before yielding the ground to the Ethiopians. Still on sport, a major military and police search is underway in Colombia for the father of Liverpool player Luis Diaz, with the authorities offering a £40,000 reward for information leading to his rescue. More than 120 soldiers plus searched northern Colombia for Manuel Diaz with reports that armed men are taking him and his wife. The player's mother, Clenenis Malanda, was found in Barrancas on Saturday. The army said it had set up roadblocks and deployed 2 motorist platoon unnamed aircraft, helicopters, and a plane with radar in search for his father. Colombian President Gustavo Petro said all the public forces have been deployed to find Diaz's father. South Africans have erupted in celebration and relief across the country as their team edged out New Zealand to win the Rugby World Cup final in Paris. Chance of it has returned rang out after the successful retention of the trophy and a record fought victory in the competition. As South Africa faces economic troubles, the success in rugby has been seen as a welcome distraction and a unifying force. South Africa clinched a record 4th Rugby World Cup title by doing just enough to deny 40-man New Zealand and retain their crown in a helter-skelter final in Paris. And that's the news. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.
Go.